Nebraska Volleyball advances to the Elite Eight thanks to a sweep over Georgia Tech in the Regional Semifinal on Thursday afternoon. The Huskers advanced to the regional final for the 11th time in the last 12 seasons. It's the Huskers' 32nd overall appearance in program history, those 32 appearances the most in NCAA history. Following the match, I got a chance to catch up with outside hitter Merritt Beason, who led the Huskers with 11 kills, hitting .435 in the match. Here with Merritt Beason post-match. Well, how much fun was that when you guys came out hot from the start?
Yeah, we were super excited for today's match, and we're just so grateful to still be playing volleyball, and we're trying our best not to take it for granted and to go in there with, just guns blazing. And I think we were just really, really excited to still be playing volleyball because not a lot of teams are. And so we're grateful for that opportunity, and we're excited to keep seeing what this team can do and seeing how far we can take it. But we've just been really, really excited for every game that we're able to play.
A lot was made about the switch up of the routine this week with the early match and with a lot of young players. How did you feel like the focus was and just the preparation throughout this week to be ready for today's early match?
Yeah, we practiced yesterday at 12, so I thought that helped a lot just because we had to get up, get going. We were out of our normal routines, and so I think that prepared us a lot. And I think Husker Nation showed out, and that was a request that we had for them, and so that was really, really good. They made it feel like a normal game, and once we ran out there on the court, we were just like, okay, we're playing volleyball like we have all season, and nothing's different about it. So I think we did a really good job preparing, and I think Husker Nation made that very easy as well.
The serve set one, how much of an emphasis was that?
A lot, but they're a great team and we have to give them a lot of credit. But that was one of our things that we were working on, is if we could serve aggressive and get them out of system, it was going to be a huge advantage for us. And so I thought first and second set we did a really, really, really good job of that, and that's what helped us a ton. I think third set we might have done a little bit better, but they also made adjustments, and they're a great team and they're going to do that. But I thought we did really well on capitalizing that, because that was definitely one of our focuses.
And then the blocks, you guys had one block in the first set, and then that seemed to really amp up there in the second set too. Was that something that you guys wanted to change, or how did that kind of amp up in the second set?
Honestly, no. In the first set, we didn't have many stuffs like on the stat sheet, but we were in really good spots, making really good touches and forcing them to hit the shots they didn't want to hit. So that's where a lot of errors came from. So we didn't really talk about it because we were in good spots, and then the blocks just kind of seemed to come. But I think we did a really good job on defense as a whole today, blocking and defense. And so I think that was huge for us. And serving obviously kind of sets that up, but I thought that we did a really good job capitalizing on our defensive plan and their scouting report. And so that's what helped us.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, just the defensive effort. They were hitting negative through the first two sets. Just how much of an emphasis that is, how much pride you guys take in that.
Yeah, we take a ton of pride in it, but I have to give Jay Ray a ton of credit, and all the coaching staffs, all the GAs, all of the time and energy that they put into writing those scouting reports for us and then teaching it to us, because they make it very, very easy. We know exactly what they want to do in certain situations, and so I have to give them a ton of credit. But I thought, like I said, we did a really good job of taking that game plan and executing it out there.
You led the way in kills, but pretty balanced offensive effort tonight. How important was that? How good was that to kind of spread it around and Bergen kind of getting a lot of people involved?
Yeah, no, that's huge. It makes us really, really hard to play and hard to defend, and we talk about that all the time, how we want to be a balanced offense. We don't want one player having 60 attempts and the next having 20. We really, really want to be a balanced attack, because for the other team it makes it really, really hard for them to defend. So I thought Bergen did a great job of that, but I think also you have to give a lot of credit to our passers, because if they don't pass, lots of balls have to go to the outside. So I thought they did a great job too. I think today as a whole was just a really good Nebraska volleyball.
You guys talk a lot about the 2-point sets, the 2-point matches. Pretty dominant those first two sets, but when it gets tight there in that third set, what clicks into that mindset when you know, okay, here we are, we're in this battle and we got to win this 2-point match?
Honestly, we at the net specifically talk a lot about just getting one touch, 1 point. We try not to make it like we need 5 points here to win this set. We try to just focus on the point that's in front of us, the hitter that's in front of us, and whatever we can do to help our team and be in a position to win that point is what we really try to focus on. But we try to keep it pretty simple and not overthink it too much.
How much fun are you having with this team this season?
So much. This is such a special team, and on and off the court we're all really, really close, and I just think that makes it even more special when you get to go out there. But I know that this team is one of a kind, and I am so, so grateful for that, and so grateful to be a part of this team and this program, and I just love it.
Last thing I got for you, I mean, you guys get a day's rest, which is a new thing, but how do you guys go about preparing? And for whoever's next, you don't know who you're going to play, but whoever's next coming up in this next match.
Yeah, I think it'll be the same as always, making sure we're recovering well a day in between, but also that's still a pretty quick turnaround. So making sure that we're doing our part to make sure our bodies are ready to go, and then whatever they throw at us in practice, we'll go for and we'll do our best, and then we'll be ready to come out here against whoever we have on Saturday.
Thanks, Merritt. Great one.
Thank you.
The defense made things very tough on Georgia Tech, and right out of the gate, the Yellow Jackets were hitting negative through the first 2 sets. The Huskers finished with 18 blocks on the day. Sophomore middle blocker Bekka Allick finished with 4 of those blocks to go along with 6 kills, hitting .455 on the match. What was the focus going into this one? I mean, early set and kind of out of the routine a little bit, but you guys came out so hot from the start. Kind of what was the focus and mindset of this team going into this one?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the biggest thing was to respect them. I mean, we've never played it against them before, and we knew they were going to be gritty. And so having that mindset just of respect and being present was a huge thing for us.
The defense. How would you describe the defense today? How important was that?
It's everything. Nebraska Volleyball is a defensive school. And so when we had the opportunity to display that today, it was just, it's just us being ourselves. I mean, that's just everything we train in the gym. Offense is going to come, but defense has to happen.
The point where I think it was Bergen hits it up, you hit it into the net, and then Merritt, you were so fired up. But, I mean, how much is that just really a perfect picture of this team that you never give up? It's 1 point at a time and whatever you got to do to get the point.
Exactly. I mean, so as a middle, I'm going to say that, as a middle, we actually do this drill where we call it China, and it's just being scrappy out of the net. A coach will throw it in the net. You need to get 2 touches, and it needs to get back to the setter. So the biggest thing in that moment, I remember seeing it go through the net, and it was like I was back in the gym doing that drill, and it was like, okay, I'm like, gotta be calm, composed. I don't need to freak out. Just get it high, playable. Didn't realize it was going to be a perfect set. Merritt buried it, and I just got hyped. I mean, I love it when we hit the ball hard.
It seems like you were more fired up for that than any point or kill or block that you got.
Because those are the drills, I think, as I've been playing this game for so long, like doing the little things, they get overlooked. And so when I got a chance to display that and actually showcase, because those are the drills in practice, we're like, man, this never happens in a game. They happen at crucial moments. And we talked about the volleyball gods. They will always find you when you're not ready. So the fact that I got the opportunity to do it, I'm like, that meant everything to me.
That's amazing. Bergen and her kind of balance. It seemed like everybody was involved. Everybody got a chance to contribute to the offense. How important was that for what you guys were able to do?
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to say, like, we're a hard team to scout. We have a lot of options. And so being able to execute whenever I am given the opportunity is only fueling the fire and making it harder for teams to figure out what they need to do against us. And, I don't really care how young or whatever that woman is skilled in what she does, and she is a beautiful, intelligent woman, and, yeah, she killed the game.
I asked Bergen or Merritt about this, but the 2-point set or 2-point match kind of mentality, you guys dominate the first 2 sets, or it wasn't necessarily always close, but when it gets tight in that third set, how does that flip? How does that switch? What is that mindset like when you know, okay, it's a battle here, we got to go win this by 2 points? Yeah, for sure. Bergen made a beautiful point on the bench when I think either coach or Georgia called a timeout, and she said, we do not need to make a 5-point play. Okay, we just need 1 point. And that really helped calm a lot of what was going on in my head and made me realize this is the same game I've been playing for so long. When we are in the 19-15 drill in practice, I don't need to bounce the ball in order for us to get an advantage. I just need to either throw it down, make the defense move, get somebody sandy. And that was just the biggest thing. When it is tight, the last thing you need to do is overcompensate, and that's exactly what we did. How about the crowd today? I mean, I know you guys challenged them, and at 1 o'clock is tough for everybody to get here, but boy, they were so loud, especially in that third set. How much did they fuel you guys today? Yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's always a blessing to be able to play in the Bob, and they did not disappoint. I remember we were making efforts on social media, hoping for people to show out, and I remember watching, I'm like, they're not going to disappoint. They're going to show out like they always do, and so it was really fun to see everybody get into it. This is the point that you guys made the exit last year. How much did this one mean to you personally? A lot. So I've lost a lot of semifinal matches or semi-regionals in my life, and especially after last year, this game in particular meant everything to me. Everything after this is a cherry on top. The national championship, that may be someone else's expectations, but mine, it was beating in the semi-regionals because of how much it hurt last year. And so I'm excited for what the future holds, but being able to take this win today was huge. Everything that you guys have done up into the season has prepared you for this run. So, how ready are you guys to manage whatever it is, whoever it might be that you face, and get ready with a quick turnaround on Saturday?
Yeah, for sure. Taking it game by game. We plan on hanging out to watch a set or maybe two. And, I don't know, just like we always do, just being intentional in scouting and practice. This is really the time where you can't take reps for granted just because we don't get as many, just for saving energy, and bodies are breaking down at this point. And so just continuing to be intentional.
Bekka, appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
So on to the regional final. Nebraska will face Arkansas, who knocked off Kentucky in their semifinal match. 5 o'clock back inside the Devaney Center on Saturday evening. We've got all the coverage for you right here on the Huskers Radio Network with the pregame show with John Baylor and Lauren Cook-West starting at 4 o'clock. Thanks for listening. I'm Jessica Coody with the Huskers Radio Network.